Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is myself, Michael. And of course, a lot of people have been asking me about recipes. How do I cook this? How do I cook that? A lot of people like my pictures that I post when I make dinner sometimes. And they want to know how do I make certain things I do and if it tastes pretty good. So, I started to figure it out. You know what? I'm going to make some videos. I'm not a video editor. I don't know how to do this shit. It's going to be a straight full video. Might be in parts 1, 2, and 3. Just to give it the whole scenario. But obviously I pre-did a lot of stuff. Maybe like 20 minutes ago or so. So, in regards of roasting the chicken in general. First of all, if you don't know how to cook, watch YouTube. Watch at least 10 videos about roasting a chicken. Now, in each of those videos, they're going to give you a variety of how to do this and how to do that. Which, they are right. But, if you watch 10 videos, and the average video says have oil, salt, pepper, cut this like this, have the chicken like this, or basically a good ingredients that are in every single video without the extra spices or hot or Cajun or whatever it is, you get the average of what everybody's doing to make a roast chicken, and you just do it like this. So in a lot of the roasteds, and if you buy it at the store, they have the ends tied up and it's a full chicken, and that's how they cook it. Well, in my perspective, that's a great way to do it, but sometimes you don't have all that things to do, the twining and stuff, and you just don't want to do regular rope. Anyways, so in the beginning of my chicken, as you can see, I cut it straight open. That easy. In the other side, the back of the chicken, you're going to see this strong-ass neck bone. And you really don't need this shit. Really, you don't. Your best bet is either cut it regularly with a knife or use cooking scissors. Cut along the edge because this is the backbone. Straight out, just like you got backbones. Cut along the sides of it. At least, let me see, good look. Maybe if you use a thumb, that big as a thumb. And cut down on each side. Take it out. Some people like to eat it, and you can cut it in there to cook as well. But that's on you. I mean, you don't really have to. Some people like eating this, some people don't. I don't. If I had dogs or anything, I'd cook it and they'd give it to them. But since I don't, oh well. Anyways. So, I actually spreaded it out. Which I like my, people like it roasted, covered up and everything. But this is the way I like to do it. Now, before anything, make sure you cut up some potatoes, doesn't matter what kind, and onions. You could add whatever vegetables you want, to be honest. Carrots, cilantro, any type of potato, zucchini, basically anything you want. It's up to you. But anyways, so once I cut it, these are the ingredients I like to use. Of course, you gotta use salt, pepper, and that's just average. For me, I like to use a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of thyme, and of course, bay leaves. Now, I wish they could be fresh, but I'm not a chef like that to be spending money on fresh ingredients knowing that I'm always going to cook when I don't. So I don't. And if I was a chef, best believe I would have all the fresh ingredients. But I don't. Anyways, you're going to need some butter. Doesn't matter what type of butter. And oil. It doesn't really matter oil. It doesn't matter corn, canola, vegetable. Don't matter. Alright, so what I did first was I put a bowl and I put the potatoes and onions. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of oil, and mix it all together in a bowl. Let me see the bowl I used, and you see the aftermath. A lot of dishes, and I want to show you my mess. But anyways, put your potatoes and any vegetables, salt, pepper, and oil, and mix them together. Throw it back into this baking pan right here. Now, some people do have the little grill that you put on the bottom that soaks all the oil to the bottom, which doesn't get on your potatoes and all that. And technically, with all that oil and greases and everything, you could use that and add flour and make yourself a bomb-ass gravy. But there's just things I do have and I don't have. And for being a cook, you would think I should have this, but I'd be lacking it, so I don't. Anyways, get all your potatoes and any vegetables, onions, and pour it on the bottom of the tray, just as so. Now for me, I like to get some of these vegetables, and you know I can't do this with one hand holding the damn phone, so I'm going to just do the best, you know. I'm going to just put it together right around the edges of everywhere, you know, basic and simple. Now, make sure when you do it the open way to put all these ingredients on the back first, okay? Season it up, then flip it right side up like here, and you're going to do the same thing. But just to let you know, where I messed up a little bit, as in trying to stick my fingers in here, as you can see, I pushed it a little too hard, and it went the incision all the way up here. Now, from what a lot of videos say, when you add your ingredients, add it inside the chicken if it was whole, but it's not. Now, a lot of things is you get those ingredients, as you see, and shove them inside the skin, which I cut it, as you can see, but if it wasn't, you have a little opening, or make a little opening, and shove it all in there. As you can see, I got butter, thyme, bay leaves, rosemary, salt, and pepper. Of course, you see a butter hiding back there, a butter hiding back there, one little piece right here, and one right here. So, in general, season the outside of the skin, open the skin, but make sure you don't rip it like me. I mean, if you do rip it, well, shit happens. But if you don't, you could keep the moisture of all the mixture, and of course, it'll be tasting, your chicken meat will be tasting a little bit more flavor than just having it covered without the flavor. So that's simple. Basic common sense, I mean, really. Because if you season the outside, you're going to taste it on the skin. But if you don't season on the inside, you're not going to taste shit. Really. So that's why you try to marinate inside here. And if it was closed, like I said, it would all circulate and go all over the skin and inside. So that's the reason why we do it. Now, once you basically finish this step, it's pretty much done. Okay? Now, one thing I suggest when cooking chicken, especially a whole chicken or big pieces of meat, always, always, always use a thermometer. As you can see in there, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see where it says the chicken. Whole poultry, ground beef, pork, which should be at 165. Can't see it that good. I don't know how to focus on this, but you get the idea. So, I have my oven going for at least 10 minutes now, and it's about to go down to get ready to be ready to pop in the oven. That simple and that easy. Now, a lot of people say put it to 400 to 425 at 45 minutes to an hour. Some people say to put it between 350 for an hour and a half, cook slowly, and check it, check it every so often, at least within the 35-45 minute range, and then wait till your full hour and a half. Now I'm going with 355 to basically, do a nice even roast, because it's kind of early. It's going to be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The wife don't get home until almost 6 o'clock. Now today I'm just chilling, and since I want to eat kind of healthy and use this chicken for a variety of things, because I can use it to eat regularly. You can use it for salads. You can just eat the legs, the wings. This could be good for a whole bridal meal. So, let me get ready, Shove that thing in the oven. Ooh. Sorry, camera angles. First video. I'm a fucking professional. Sorry for the bang language, but that's just who I am. Anyways. So now we got an oven. 355. We got your potatoes, your onions, your seasonings, all that inside. Oh, and one more thing, just to let you know. When you are doing, if you want a nice crispy, a little bit of crispy on the top of the skin. Some people like crispy, some people like regular. Get any oil, okay? And, let me go with my, oh, obviously you've seen it. You don't have to use a brush. I mean, if you have one, you have one. You don't, you don't. Anyways, when you have the oil, brush it all around the skin. Now, I already did this, but you get an idea of getting the oil and brushing the skin to get a nice crispy roasted skin. Obviously, the longer you cook it and the more hotter, the skin is going to get more crispy. It all depends on how you like it and how you cook it. For me, 355, hour and a half, check it in an hour. Wait to get my, let me see again. Get my thermometer. It says at 160, no 165. Can't see it, but I don't want to mess with it. 165. In an hour, I'm gonna stick it in the fat piece of the breast, either side, and find out what my temperature is. That determined how much more longer I have until my chicken is basically fully cooked. So we're already at 11 minutes right now, and I'm about to shove this into the oven, and we're gonna come back in an hour. Probably a different video, who knows. This is probably part 2. But anyways, like I said, the basic ingredients you need for roasted chicken is obviously a chicken in the oven. Your ingredients, make sure you have some butter, oil, salt, pepper. I like to use bay leaves, thyme, and rosemary. Now, I don't have a lot of measuring experiences when it comes to that. It's just throwing dashes of it in there. Don't go too crazy on the salt. Don't go too crazy on the stuff, because obviously you live and learn. The first time you try these things ain't gonna work. Sometimes it does taste good, sometimes it don't. It didn't take me 1 or 2 tries to figure it out or watch YouTube. It took me a little bit. It's like if you learn something for the first time, like Facebook. You're on Facebook. You don't know where to go, what to press. You don't know everything. But once slowly but surely you figure it out, then you're a master at it. So eventually, you figure out the items that you want to cook and put in your chicken. You can use cayenne pepper, paprika, grilled seasoning, steak seasoning, anything you want basically. But whatever to your liking. But this is my basic ingredients for this. Of course, butter, oil, and the leftover piece. Like I said, if you want to keep it, you can keep it and cook it in the oven. I don't, so it's going in the trash. Well, I hope you like my video. Obviously, it's part 1. This is all new to me. I'm not used to making videos like this. But a lot of people want to know how I cook my food. I'm going to post pictures and they like to see it. But they actually want to hear how I cook my stuff. So, let's see how this goes. I'm going to listen to the video and then I'm going to post it. Hope you guys like it. And hopefully we'll see the finishing product in our second video on a roasted chicken. It's myself, Michael, getting your grub on. Peace.